From Chicago streets to the courts beat, Sal Scott Dan on the podcast seat. Bulls breaking news, talking stats and views. Every player, every play, we never lose. Horns over hoops, we're the Bulls troop. From game analysis to fan scoop.
All right. All right. Welcome one, welcome all. This is Fun and Games and Chatting with Sal-Bass. I just thought I'd take a few moments here to spend some time with you guys. I'm going to be playing a game and answering some of your chat, but I thought it'd be cool if you guys played this game with me. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's the Immaculate Grid. It's kind of like a tic-tac-toe, Sudoku style Wordle, so to speak, game where you got to guess the correct character that played, either played for the team or registered the accolade that's listed in the grid. As you can see here, you have Lakers and the 76ers. You got to try to find a player that coincides with both teams. So we're going to talk NBA. We're going to play this game, and we're going to spend some quality time together. So I'm going to go ahead and reload a new game. So welcome one, welcome all. If you're new to the channel, leave us a sub, leave us a comment, leave us a like. It helps us out more than you imagine. I'm sure you've heard that a time or two. So since I already did this, we're going to pull up a previous grid and chat. Actually, what game should I play? What number game should I play? I have not played any of these. So pick a number between 1 and 545, apparently. So I'll tell you what, I'm leaning towards number 292. One of my favorite numbers. So 292, where is it? There it is. All right. Again, this is the Immaculate Grid Basketball Edition. So we have the Raptors, we have the Knicks, made an all-NBA team, Dallas Mavericks, Denver Nuggets, and who've also registered 10 plus rebounds per game in a season. This is going to be a fun one. So let's get going here. All right. So a player that's played for both the Dallas Mavericks and the Toronto Raptors. All right. Who comes to mind? Chad, who comes to mind when you get Dallas and Toronto? Trying to think here. I'm going to say we skip that. Apparently also another rule to the game is that you got to try and think of like the least like known player, like the least popular answer. So you got to give like the best answer that nobody would have thought of or the lesser known player. You'll know more or less how good your pick was because of the percentage it pulls up. The closest that percentage is to 0 is essentially the best answer. Whereas like a higher percentage number would be like the most common answer. And you kind of want to stray away from the most common answer. So with that being said, with Dallas and New York, I think the only one that really jumps out at me would be Jalen Brunson. But I know that if I pick Jalen Brunson, that is the most popular answer. Accordingly, all NBA, I'm thinking of Dirk Nowitzki. And since Dirk Nowitzki really never played on any other teams, I'm guessing that's going to be the most common answer there. So help me out, chat. Oh, and apparently the goal is to do it in 9 guesses or less. So if you don't get a single one wrong, you complete the grid. But depending on the number of guesses that you get wrong, that's also the number of grids that you don't complete. So the more you complete, the better your score, obviously. So let's start here. All NBA for the Dallas Mavericks. The only player that really comes to mind that I can see not a lot of people thinking of would be Steve Nash. So I'm going to type in Steve Nash here. Oop. It would help if I could spell Nash. There he is. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, yay, nay? All right, we're just going to send it. 12%. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So 12%, probably a lesser common answer, but somewhat of a common answer nonetheless. Let's stick to the All-NBA column. Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets All-NBA team. Couple names coming to mind. Sprewell, Mutombo, obviously Jokic. I'm betting Jamal Murray falls into that category too. All NBA Denver Nuggets. Again, if you have suggestions for a grid, leave it in the chat. I'd love to hear your opinions because this one's challenging. I'm used to playing the ones where it's like you'll have maybe one where it's not a team and it's just an accolade, but never two. So this one's going to make me think. So I want to say Mutombo, but at the same time, I wonder if that's too common of an answer. You know what? I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to say Latrell Sprewell. Again, I'm not looking any of these answers up. I'm just going in blind. And if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. We move past it. All right. Let's readjust the old seat there. All right. I think we're going to go Latrell Sprewell. Whoop. What do you guys think? Should I go for it? I think we just go for it. Oh, okay. Apparently, Latrell Sprewell was never an All-NBA player. So that takes away one grid or one box in this grid for me. So, you know what? I'm going to move on. I'm going to skip this one for now. Let's skip that one for now because I may just end up going Jokic there just to save it. But a player that played for both Denver and New York Knicks. I know the most common answer is going to be Carmelo Anthony. So I'm gonna shy away from that one. Okay. Player that's played. My brain is telling me Raymond Felton. I think Raymond Felton's a good pick because I know not many people that watch nowadays remember Raymond Felton. So I doubt very highly he's going to be the answer, the number one answer that everyone starts out with. You know what? Yeah, forget it. I'm just going to go Raymond Felton. It's going to make me type in his own Raymond Felton. And 2%. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, I like that. 2%. So good answer. Where next? Toronto Raptors, Dallas Mavericks. That one's still stumping me. I want to say trying to stay away. I'm trying to think of those marathon like NBA players that have played for like every single team, and like the Jared Bayless, Luke Ridnours, the Jared Dudleys. Actually, I think Jared Dudley might be a good answer here. Should we try Jared Dudley? Why not? Right, Jared Dudley. It's also not really a good idea to use those travelers early, because if you're stumped on another box, you could just use them there. But since this one was giving me problems from the get-go, I think I'm just going to do Jared Dudley. Final answer. What? Hey, Samadhi Yee. Samadhi Yee, welcome to the chat. It is actually 40 minutes past the afternoon here in cold Chicago. It is a balmy 6 degrees. Jeez. Not it's safe to say not a lot of people are going outside here. I'm still gobsmacked I didn't get Jared Dudley. I could have sworn he played for the Dallas Mavericks and the Toronto Raptors. I guess I'm wrong. I'm not going to argue the computer. I am not doing too hot on this one by a long shot, but we'll do another one after this one. But I still want to say Brunson for this one here. But I don't want to waste it. 54 degrees in SoCal. Samadhi Yee just rubbing it in the face of the Chicagoans that it is 54 degrees. I think it was if it was 54 degrees here, I would not be wearing a coat. I know a lot of people that come, like when Chicagoans visit other cities, especially like warmer cities, even when it's like in the 50s, we're wearing like short sleeves, no jacket, definitely no jacket. And a lot of people look at us like we're crazy. Like, how are you not wearing a jacket? How are you not cold? Well, this is why, because back home, it'd be 6 degrees. Big Bird wants to know, JR. Big Bird, are you telling me for the New York and for which one? Because New York and Denver already got Raymond Felton. And I know damn well that J.R. Smith didn't make no All-NBA team. So, and I know he didn't play for Toronto. I don't think he played for New York and Mavs, right? I don't remember J.R. Smith being a member of the Mads. California cold versus real cold. Yeah, basically. I went overseas. It was 20 years ago now. I haven't been overseas in a long time. I haven't traveled in a long time. But when I went there, it was, I kid you not, it was 60 degrees over there, which over here, again, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and sunglasses. And over there, they're looking at me like I'm crazy because I wasn't wearing like a coat, jeans. Wild. But then again, it averages 80 degrees over there. So I don't think J.R. Smith played for the Mavs. He would have been a great selection for Raymond Felton, Although I don't know if, I mean, 2%, that's pretty good. So all NBA 10 plus rebounds per game. I'm gonna say a name, and I don't think many people are gonna put it here. And I'm already I'm already running out of guesses as it is. We'll call this one the warm-up round. So I'm feeling Ben Wallace here. What do you guys think? I know Ben Wallace averaged 10 plus rebounds per game. I'm pretty positive he was all NBA too. So I may just roll the dice and go Ben Wallace. Samadi, last part of my Japan trip, it was a high of 54. I was definitely wearing t-shirts. Yep. But everyone gave me my white odd looks. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Samadi, Japan is one of the places that me and my wife really want to visit. We've been meaning to go there, but we have dogs and it's just hard. I would love to see Japan, especially around when like I know Korea does it too, but like the cherry blossom or the sakuras, whatever they call them there. I heard it's a sight to see. Good for you. Wow. Yeah, giving you weird looks because of tea. Let me see here. You know what? I'm just gonna go with my gut and say Ben Wallace. What's the worst that happens? I guess it would help if I click on the square. Ben Wallace. 1%. All right. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay. Now I'm a little pissed that I wasted 2 guesses because between 12, 2, and 1, this could have been a good grid. All right. New York Knick with 10 plus rebounds per game. So this worked for me on my last grid that I tried to do. And it was Marcus Camby. So I might go with Marcus Camby because not many people remember Marcus Camby, but he was a rebounding monster. Definitely when he was on the Clippers. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be on the team that they did the 10 plus rebounds for. It's just saying at some point in their career, they averaged 10 plus rebounds per season and were once a member of that team. So Japan was a life-changing trip. Keep that trip alive. I almost tried to get a pickup basketball game, but I chose ramen instead. Can never go wrong with ramen. You can't, especially in the country that ramen is from. Like, I feel like the best ramen in the world was eaten that day. Me and my wife are still definitely keeping that trip alive. I know we want to do the whole Korea, Japan. Definitely want to hit up Thailand. Definitely all. We want to go. I've been to Europe, so like my family is Italian. For those of you who know me, I've been to Italy. It is beautiful. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. But me and the wife are trying to go Asian on this trip, but unfortunately, we have 2 small dogs that one of them we cannot find a sitter for because he tends to nip a lot, and we don't really have an enclosed yard. And that creates a problem because somebody would have to like physically put his harness on and take him out on a walk. And I doubt very highly that we can get away with it without being nipped. So, and then the other dog has a somewhat disability to where I'm afraid to kennel him because I don't know what he'll come back with, or if he makes it out alive. I don't know. Maybe I'm being over paranoid, or maybe it's just an excuse. Whatever. Keep this chat hoops, but my parents are doing. We'll keep this chat hoops, but my parents are doing a Taiwan and Korea, Japan cruise. Oh, cruise. Oh, that's the other thing me and the wife want to do is a cruise. Where I work, it seems like cruises are like the popular thing to do. Every year, it's almost like every other month there's somebody going on a cruise. One guy in particular, he's a habitual cruise taker, and he loves it. He absolutely raves about it. So a cruise in Japan, Taiwan, and Korea, that's like a dream come true. Dogs are important. Yeah. It's weird how like we as human beings now, like, and rightfully so, we put dogs like they're members of the family. They're children. So, and that's how we view our dogs. They're essentially our children. Um, until my I mean, I do have one child, but I don't know if you guys haven't caught the episode. The wife and I are expecting child, her first, my second, on the way, coming in August. So dogs and another child definitely make it a little bit harder to travel, but a lot of people tell me that when children are small like that, it's a little bit easier to travel with them than as opposed to when they're older. I don't know. I don't get the analogy, but as if it wasn't hard enough to travel now, throw another variable into it. All right. So I'm going to go with my original instinct, and I'm going to say Marcus Camby. Wish me luck. 2%. Yeah. See, now I'm like furious that I wasted those 2 picks because this has all the shapings to be a great grid, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get those other 2 picks back. But 10 plus rebounds per game and played for the Toronto Raptors. I feel like I'm good at these rebounding ones, so we'll stick with this. And I'm stumped. All right, give me Jakob Pertl, maybe. Jonas Valanciunas would be a good pick here too. I might go with Jonas Valanciunas. Chat, what do you think? Jonas Valanciunas, thumbs up, thumbs down, yay, nay. Ooh, Siakam. Siakam's a good one. I feel like a lot of people will gravitate towards Siakam because he was there very recently. So I feel like he'll be the most common answer. Ramon, welcome to the chat, by the way. Let me see here. I want to do it. I want to put Valanciunas. I don't want to disappoint the chat. Take it easy, everybody off to lunch with the family. Take it easy, everyone. Samadi, thank you for stopping. Samadi, that offer still stands. We got to work on bringing you on doing a live Q&A with you because you ask the best questions. Me and my co-host, we absolutely love when you ask us questions, and they're really good critical thinking questions. We did just get done recording not too long ago for an episode comes out a couple Tuesdays from now. We didn't do an Ask a Horniak for this one just because I had my own critical thinking question of my own, and I felt like given the Chicago Bulls' place in the standings and how their season is shaping up to be, I felt like it was only necessary. So, but definitely Samadi asked the best question. And just thank you for all your support, Samadi. Seriously, it's really cool having a fan that interacts with you as much as you do. Down. I can adjust time differences. Luckily, it should be only like 2 hours, right? I had family on in California. They live in like the Escondido area, and they're 2 hours behind. So I'm assuming it's the same. So, Ramon, sorry to disappoint you. I have to go Jonas Valanciunas, man. Don't chew me up too hard. All right. I want to click it, but I don't. All right, we're going for it. I should have listened to Ramon. See, this is my penance for not listening to the chat. You know what? We'll go with Ramon's answer. I know it's going to be quite common, but he never averaged 10 plus rebounds. Are you kidding me? Huh. I would have thought he would have been pulling down boards over there. Okay, guess not. Well, since I screwed that up twice, let's move on to another grid. I only got one grid left, so unless I'm absolutely sure, I'm going to have to go with the easy one, all NBA, and just do Jokic or Mutombo. I'm torn between Jokic and Mutombo. Yeah, exactly. Wow, indeed. I thought for sure Siakam would have at least registered one season with 10 plus rebounds, especially like the high energy that he plays. But see, this is another one where I don't know many players that have played for both Toronto and Denver. I mean, I'm sure there've been a bunch of role players that I'm missing out on, but I do know one. Rudy Fernandez. My co-host Dan used to love Rudy Fernandez. And this is the only reason why I know this. So I have one guess left. It's been otherwise a great grid if I would have gotten the other ones right. I mean, we have a lot of sub 10% picks, but chat, what do you think? Do I go for it? Do I say Rudy Fernandez? Or do I just go with the easy one and hit Jokic? What do you think? I might say, I really want that Rudy Fernandez because I feel like that's good. That has to be less than 1%. Not a lot of people remember Rudy Fernandez. But then now that you think of it, I might be mistaken Rudy Fernandez for Jose Calderon. And I don't think. Oh, Danilo Gallinari. I know for a fact. Or am I mixing him up with Andrea Bargnani? I'm Italian. I should know where my paisanos have played basketball from. This is embarrassing. Wow. So the two safe bets are I could either go Jalen Brunson here and Jokic here and just pray that less people said Jalen Brunson over Jokic or vice versa. Or I take a gamble and go here and say Gallinari. Unless I miraculously think of somebody who's played for both the Dallas Mavericks and the Toronto. See, okay, I did think of one, but there's no way that it's going to be a good answer. It's obvious Vince Carter. I actually a little pissed at myself that I took this long to think of it, but that for sure will not be a good percent if I do that. So I mean, this grid's already, it's a warm-up grid, so this grid's already a wash. Let's just go for the gamble. We'll go Rudy Fernandez. Wait a minute. Didn't Rudy Gay play for the Nuggets? I'm fairly positive he did. I might do Rudy. The other Rudy. All right, here goes. Nope. Wow, that's terrible. 517, average score is 6.6. That's a great average score. Just that brick is terrible. Games. All right. Let's see the common answers. Yeah, Vince Carter nailed it right on the. Yeah, actually, all three of them that I said was going to be the most common answer were the common answer. Bruce Brown. Chris Bosh. Oh, how do I forget about Chris Bosh? Patrick Ewing. Yeah. Obviously, Shaq. And then Dirk. Yeah. Anything to do with Dallas, if you put Dirk in, I doubt it was going to be a good answer. So, well, that was terrible. Oh well. Let's do another one. That was a warm-up round. This one we're going for the gold. All right. Let's throw a number out there. That was 292. As you could tell, it shows you if you've played it and what your score was. So if it just says play now, you'll know that I didn't play it before. So I did see Big Bird have 285 after his name, and that is jumping out at me right now. So I'm going to go with Big Bird. Bring me some luck, 285. Let's go. Another 2 accolade grid. All right. Let's see. We got Sacramento Kings, Pacers, 20 points per game in a season. That one should be easy. LA Clippers, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Hall of Famers. Okay. Which is funny because these two teams right here, I feel like everybody knows who their Hall of Famers are with Chris Webber and Reggie Miller. So ideally, if I can stray away from that, that'd be great. See, so all right, let's get this started. LA Clippers, 20 points per game. Obviously, Chris Paul come to mind, Blake Griffin come to mind. I don't think Paul Pierce averaged 20 points when he was over there. In fact, I can almost guarantee it. Lou Williams would have been a solid pick, but I don't think he averaged 20 points. He was a bench guy. Chat, feel free to jump in. Just say the grid and what your answer is. Didn't Siakam come from the Clippers? I'm fairly positive that Siakam was originally drafted by the Clippers. He was on a different team before he went to Toronto. I want to say it was Indiana. Rather the Clippers. I'm going to go at center. Okay. I know this one. It may not get me the score, but I'm just going to show love for a very, very good podcaster and kind of an underrated player if you think about it. I'm going to go Jeff Teague. Yeah, 39%. I knew that wasn't going to be. Wow. Okay. What do you think? Let's do the 20 points per game in a season. Well, there, KG comes to mind. Jimmy Butler comes to mind. Anthony Edwards obviously comes to mind, but I'm sure that's going to be the most popular answer. And my knowledge of like 90s Minnesota basketball does not exist. So, Kevin Martin. Oh, but no, I think Kevin Martin's going to be over here for me. So I feel like Jimmy Butler would be a safe pick because Jimmy Butler doesn't apply anywhere else. But I feel like he's also too popular of a player to put down. Yeah, whatever. No harm, no foul. 3%. Okay, good. Pretty safe bet. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling good about these 20 plus points per game. So let's go with those. 20 points per game and an LA Clipper. I'm thinking Elton Brand, Corey Maggette. Corey Maggette would be a good, probably a safe pick. Fairly positive he averaged 20 points. And if he's on there, that would be a really low score because do I go Corey Maggette or Elton Brand? All right. Corey Maggette or Elton Brand? All right, let's go Corey Maggette. All right. No turning back. 2%. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm really feeling these 20 plus points per game in a Hall of Famer. 20 plus in a Hall of Famer. Thinking Dwayne Wade. Actually, no, I don't think Dwayne Wade's in it yet. Can't look it up either. This could be a lot of people. Obviously, it's a lot of people, but so I feel like my chances of getting an uncommon answer here are the highest. 20 plus points per game and a Hall of Famer. Larry Bird? Should I go Larry Bird? Whatever. Larry Bird. Why not? 5. Okay, sweet. So we're off to a good start. We're 4 for 4. And we got some pretty low answers with the exception of Jeff Teague there. LA Clippers and the Pacers. LA Clippers and the Pacers. I don't think Roy Hibbert ever played for the Clippers. I don't think David West. Did David West play for the Clippers? Did David West play for the Clippers? I don't want to put Reggie Miller as the Pacers Hall of Famer because I know that's what everyone is saying. I could go Jermaine O'Neal. Hall of Famer that played for the Pacers. Oh, okay. All right, we'll skip it. I already said here I'm going to go with Kevin Martin, even though I know that's probably going to be the most common answer. It's almost like they built that square for that, too. Timberwolves and the Kings. Kevin Martin for sure. I don't want to skip it because now I'm like, You know what? Kevin Martin it is. It's going to be high. 29%. Yeah, so. The Kings and the Clippers. Oh, that's easier than it is. One of the only players that comes to mind that has played for every single California team. That's Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes. What do we got? Come on, give me a low number. 16%. Are you kidding me? Okay. I could go Peja here. Peja Stojakovic. That would be. I feel like everybody's going to say Chris Webber. Doug Christie. Peja Stojakovic. Excuse me. Ooh. Did Lou Williams play for the Pacers? Because if Lou Williams played for the Pacers, I feel like that would be a solid pick for that area. Totally drawn a blank. All right. Well, Let's go here. Let's do Peja. Peja's not a Hall of Famer, really? Wow. Well, that sucks. I guess we'll just go with our safe bet here and do Oscar Robertson. Or Chris Webber. Let's go with the 37%. That's pathetic. So we only got one left. So do I go Jermaine O'Neal? Do I take my chance at Lou Williams? Clippers and I want to say Marcus Camby even played. Marcus Camby might be a solid pick because I'm pretty sure he played for both of those teams. Yeah, whatever. We'll go Marcus Camby. Oh, are you kidding me? Rarity scored 32 games. All right, let's see who they picked. Oh, DeMarcus Cousins. It's weird that that's the most common answer, but I didn't even think of that. Paul George. Again, didn't even think of that. Blake Griffin. I had the most common answers on two of them at 3 because C-Web. Reggie Miller, again, that's who I was going to pick. I think everyone knew Michael Jordan, so accuracy. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of hard to miss on those. Only 27% of people got the Timberwolves and Kings. Wow. All right, we'll do one more. That was fun. We'll do one more. Chat, shout a number out or type a number out. Which one was that? It was our 285, 292. Do you guys just want to start at number 1? Why not? Why not? Number 1. Let's go. The very first grid. Okay, only one accolade, so that's good. Atlanta Hawks, Phoenix Suns, 20 points plus per season. Miami Heat, Detroit Pistons, Houston Rockets. See if I can move this closer so I don't constantly smack it. Where should we start? Clyde Drexler, James Harden, Chris Paul are easy candidates there. Obviously, Hakeem Olajuwon. Isaiah Thomas, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton. Gosh. I do not like Rip Hamilton. I'm sorry. But as big of a Bulls fan as I am, I absolutely despise Rip Hamilton. And that's when he played for us. I didn't mind him before he came to join the Bulls, and I absolutely detested the guy. 20 plus. Let's see, it's going to be Dwayne Wade, obviously, Bron, Shaq. Tim Hardaway, Alonzo. Glenn Rice, maybe? I don't think Glenn Rice averaged 20 points per game, though. Well, here. This one will be easy. Phoenix Suns, Detroit Pistons. I'm going to go with the guy who got dunked on by DeAndre Jordan and practically ruined his career. I'm going to go Brandon Knight. Not Brandon Dean. All right. 12%. All right. Not a bad start. Who all remembers that dunk? That was like the career ender right there, which is weird because Brandon Knight in college was a solid player. Um, Detroit and 20 plus points per game. I don't want to go Zeke. I don't want to go any of the bad boys. And also, I mean, I think it's hurting me because I'm thinking of like players that are known for playing on the Pistons and not just players who have once played for the Pistons. Because I'm like trying to think of the standout players instead of the anomalies or the. Oh, I don't know. Houston Rockets 20 plus points per game. Let's do the other ones first. I feel like I'll do those at the end. Heat and Suns. Everyone and their mother is gonna say Shaq. So let's say Sean Marion. 5%. Okay, really good. Okay. Let's stick with the Suns. Oh, this is gonna be Charles Barkley, but I know that people are gonna I know that everyone is gonna say Charles Barkley there. And unfortunately for me, like my knowledge of the Atlanta Hawks is Dominique Wilkins and Spud Webb. That's it. Although I think Glenn Rice played for both the well, can't spell today. I'm fairly positive that Glenn Rice played for both the Heat and the Hawks. And I guess he did not. All right. I really wanted to finish an entire grid on chat with you guys, but basketball knowledge is 0 today. Atlanta Hawks and the Detroit Pistons. I wish I knew more about the Hawks. I really do. Chat, how's everything going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. For those of you just joining in now, we are tackling the Immaculate Grid from Basketball Reference or Fueled by Basketball Reference. If you're new, drop us a sub, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up. Share the love, help us grow, help us help you. 20 plus points. I could go Gary Payton here. I'll go Gary Payton. Got a lot of love for my Seattle Sonics. That was my secondary team. Bring back Seattle. He didn't average 20 plus points a season. Oh, it's terrible. I'll just go Ray Allen. Not even Ray Allen? Jeez, I'm embarrassing myself here. All right, well, now I just want to put down players I know just for the sake of. So Rockets, I'm going to go Scottie Pippen. He didn't average. No. Are you kidding me? Scottie never averaged 20 points a game. This is like the worst grid I've ever done. Anyway, 20 plus point for the Heat. It's going to be Dwayne Wade just to get some points. All right, Dwayne Wade. Whatever. 33%. Okay. 20 plus for the Pistons. Tayshaun Prince. Oh, wow. I keep forgetting that, like, back in the day, scoring like 20 plus points a game was actually like a feat and not just an expectation. So, like, the 20 points back in the day was like our 30-point scoring now. Like, we had players that got to 30 points and that was like your elite scores in the league. But like if you were scoring 20 plus points a game, you were a dominant player. So, Rockets 20 plus points a game. James Harden or Hakeem Olajuwon? Or Westbrook? Mm, I only have one chance left, so I feel like this is the easiest one. Should I do Westbrook? No, he's too popular of a player. Ralph Sampson? Clyde? Everyone knows Clyde Drexler. Yeah, whatever. Clyde. Nah, I'm so indecisive. Um, Kevin Martin again. Chandler Parsons. Chandler Parsons. That is like the worst grid I've ever completed. Out of the 181,000 players. Oh, ISO Joe. Yeah. Obviously, I called that one. Shaq. We stayed with Dwayne Wade. He had to do it. Josh Smith, my boy Josh Smith. I forgot he played for the Pistons. I was a huge Josh Smith fan. Grant Hill, again, another one. Isaiah Thomas, that's the one that we figured it would have been. James Harden was one of the guesses. Chris Paul for the Suns. Okay. And Clint Capella. Okay. You know, I vaguely remember Clint Capella coming from the Rockets. I knew he came from the Rockets. It's just at the time. Only 37% of people finished that one. So you're over half of the people finished 6 of the 9 tiles, and I finished 3. That is pitiful. Well, I can't end like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one last one, just because I want to go out on a high note. All right. Let's get in position. This will be the one we do good on. Do well on. I can't grammar. All right. 10 plus rebounds in a season. New Orleans Pelicans, Boston Celtics, Denver, Toronto, and the Nets. Okay. 10 plus rebounds a game. Dikembe Mutombo. RIP. Or Marcus Camby. Or Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby. Feel like that's going to get me a good score. Boom, 6%. Perfect. Good start. And then I love how the 10 plus rebounds per game, we just had it and I already forgot it. Ten plus rebounds per game and played for the Nets. Let's say Brooke Lopez, but I feel like that's too obvious. I'm trying to think back to like the Vince Carter, Richard Jefferson, Jason Kidd Nets. Kenyon Martin. Maybe. I'll go back to that. Denver Nuggets and the Boston Celtics. Was I seeing the comments on Instagram Live? Oh, okay. So everyone's on. I don't understand why it's not carrying over, but all right, we'll go back to this here. Okay. All right, let's get back to business. Nuggets, Pelicans. Nuggets and Pelicans. This one's a tough one. Or I'm just that. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, so that's not an excuse. Brooklyn Nets and the Celtics, obviously that's going to be either Kyrie Irving, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, or Rondo. I feel like less people would know that Rondo played for the Nets, though. Let's see. You're going to make me type in his whole name. Rondo. What? Rondo never played for the... Who was the third person that came in with that trade? Paul Pierce. Okay. Moving on, I guess. I'm going to go Joe Johnson here. Joe Johnson, 10 plus rebounds. I thought it was still 20 plus points per game. All right. Toronto Raptors, New Orleans Pelicans. Jonas Valanciunas. One of the most underrated centers. Well, he's kind of tailed down this year, but 77%. Real quick, has anyone ever noticed that Jonas Valanciunas looks almost exactly like Travis Kelce? Okay. Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics. I'll just go Kevin Garnett here. Just make it easy. Watch, he never averaged 10 rebounds. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh, this is pitiful. Brooklyn Nets, New Orleans Pelicans. I feel like that would be a little easier. Kyrie Irving. Why not? Really? Only 29%. Okay. Three guesses left. And it's already not looking good. I at least want to be able to finish over half. So I want to at least get 2 more right. The Toronto and Boston is speaking to me. I don't know why, but I can't think of a single player that played for both of those teams. I can't think of a single player. Ooh, Jared Sullinger? Yes, no? Yes. Yes. Jared Sullinger. Um, okay. I wish I remembered who the 10 plus rebounds was for Toronto Raptors. Oh, it was Chris Bosh. All right. Played for both the Brooklyn Nets and New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, here's a trick question. Not trick question. Here's what I'm thinking. They must also be counting that the New Orleans Hornets was once the New Orleans Hornets was once or the New Orleans Pelicans was once the New Orleans Hornets. And the reason why I say that is because I vaguely remember that the Charlotte Bobcats and the New Orleans Hornets, or were they in the league at the same time? See, this is the one that throws us off. Like anytime I see the Thunder as an option, are the Sonics involved? Are the Sonics like? I don't like when teams relocate and you got to like, because if that's the case, David West for sure. But I have 2 guesses left. I suppose I could just throw Chris Bosh in there and get the over 50% by the technicality. Why not? Let's roll the dice. David West. See, okay. All right. You know what? Let's just go with the cop out here. Ooh, wait a second. Not a lot of people remember this, but Hakeem Olajuwon did play for the Toronto Raptors. What? No, I know for a fact he played for the Toronto Raptors. I can prove it to you. Hakeem Olajuwon played for the Toronto Raptors. I'm literally looking at a picture of Hakeem Olajuwon in a Toronto Raptors jersey. How are you going to tell me that he was not a member of, unless they really do mean average 10 rebounds per game for that team? Let's see what they meant here. Reggie Evans, Chris Bosh. Jakob Pertl would have been my next guess. Oh, Antonio Davis. How do I forget Antonio Davis? Let's see here. Jeff Green. Forgot about Jeff Green. Oh, I forgot Boogie played for both of them. Oh, okay. Obviously, Jokic. Amir Johnson. Really, Amir Johnson was the most common pick, and it was 18%. Jonas Valanciunas, Chris Bosh, 88%. Kyrie Irving, Garrett Temple. I forgot about Garrett Temple. And DeAndre Jordan. Let's see how pitiful we did. So really only 50% completed more than 3 tiles. 26% got that one. Now I don't feel bad for not knowing. 25% for the Toronto and Boston. Only 13% of the people who played this knew that there was a player that played for both the Pelicans and the Nets. I don't feel bad for that matter now. I did 4. I mean, it's under half, but looking at these numbers, I didn't do half bad. I'm kidding. It was terrible. All right. I think that's going to be it for the day. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you stopped by and enjoyed it, give us a like, give us a sub, leave me a comment down below. Follow our podcast. It's a phenomenal show. We love doing it. We love interacting with you guys. It's a good, I know it's hard to listen to a Chicago Bulls podcast when the Bulls are absolutely awful, but sometimes the fact that they're so awful, it gives us more to talk about. And if they're just an average team. TikTok is gone, but we've reverted. We still have our YouTube shorts. Whatever shorts that were on TikTok, they're on our YouTube shorts. So check those out. I'm sorry, I'm not the greatest with Instagram. I would love to capitalize on Instagram because I feel like a lot of traffic from TikTok being down is just going to migrate over to Instagram eventually. But I'm terrible at Instagram. I'm sorry. Like I tried and I'm not good at it. I don't know what's the secret, but so YouTube shorts, come chat with us during the games on Twitter, X, whatever you call it now. We're usually in there ranting up a storm on how terrible the Bulls are doing. They do play tonight against the Trailblazers. We're on a 4-game losing streak, so hopefully we can finally win a game. That's about it. Looking forward to doing this again. Maybe next time we can actually finish a grid. I like the game. What's that? The Purtle, where you got to like guess the player on the silhouette. It's like Wordle, but with the NBA player. I'll throw that in. I'll play that on live. But that's about it. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for the past hour. Please do enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go whatever team you're watching football on. If there's even a game, I don't know. I don't really follow football too much. But that's it. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to give us a like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget, see red and go Bulls. See you later, everybody.